Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Marbella has so much going on. Last week's programme was full of great events coming up, which I will be going to. Check out my column in the Euro Weekly News to see, as a reminder, also watch the previous shows to see all the fabulous things coming up. But one of those events is the 10th hashtag Make It Happen. And this is an event organised by founder and president of Costa Women, Ali Meehan. And it's on the 8th of March. And this year, I will be there. Ali, welcome back to the programme.
Thank you, Nicole. And I'm really excited. I can't believe it's 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, I know.
Goes quickly, huh?
It does. Yeah, yeah. Of course, we get younger rather than older, but there you go.
But you know something? I think, maybe physically there are signs, but when you're busy and you enjoy what you do, especially with you're putting people together, using expertise you've acquired over decades, and to be able to then put that in Costa Women with all the different ramifications and the places it takes you, with this event being one of them. Let's just start with the event. Give us a little bit of an idea what we can expect on this year's Make It Happen.
So we have got the theme again is Make It Happen, but with a little bit of an addition, which is Make It Happen by being you. So that was the theme for last year as well, and I just love that we all make it happen, but by being us, not by being somebody else that we'd rather be or feeling jealous of the way somebody else is doing it. We can make it happen by being us. And we've got 9 speakers covering all sorts of topics, including the new artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and all the different ramifications for that. And I can see your eyes are glazing over.
I know, the ChatGPT is like, that is just such a world in itself. I've been delving, and it's
fascinating.
Fascinatingly, wonderfully, shockingly scary.
Yeah. Well, Sonia Ingriselli has done some research into it to find out actually if you use what ChatGPT comes up with, whether it affects your SEO, your search engine optimization, and whether Google say, we don't like you using it. So that's going to be really interesting. So that's one of the topics. We've got 9 topics, including using WhatsApp for your business, Instagram, and using video for your business, and 5 tips for marketing in a crisis, all sorts of different topics, so as well as some personal development type topics too. So I'm very excited. It's
amazing how you put every year something so different together, but with the same aim of supporting and promoting women on the Costa del Sol. I love the focus of being oneself, because particularly on the Costa del Sol, there's that tendency to play a role and a lot of aggressive networking without being genuine, making genuine friends, because those of us who are resident, basically that's what you want. You want that internal promotion and recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's quite easy after a while to suss out where people are not being genuine. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be genuine, why we can't be ourselves.
But I think that goes all the way through. We're so pressured by how we should look, how we should dress, what we're meant to be doing, and I think we can get lost.
We can,
in this vision of grandeur, when the humility, just being yourself, goes a long way.
Yeah, one of the topics is about being authentically you and how important that is in today's age. I always say that even if somebody else is doing the same business as you, they'll be delivering it in a different way because they're not you. So that's why we can have lots of different businesses that are all offering the same types of products, but are not the same because they're delivered by a different person.
Well, it's funny because just this week I've in a group seeing a bunch of women fighting basically over their territories, and I'm looking at it, it made me sad because, as you know, me too, it's like we all do the same thing. There's so many real estate, so many everything, so many groups, so many people, but it's finding the right one for you.
Absolutely.
The one that suits you. So, but yes, I don't see the point of us competing because we actually together are stronger as a city, as a community, And
it really is a village here, isn't it? Everybody knows everybody else, so there's no point in competing.
but it's funny how people don't realise that,
Yeah.
particularly when they come in new. So when you do arrive in new, join Costa Women, like come on Marbella Now, get in touch with people who've lived here, because it can save you a lot of heartache and a lot of stress, a lot of mistakes, a lot of lost money on investments of not doing your homework properly.
Yeah. Research is so important when moving to a new country, and to do the research before you arrive. Because I still see a lot of people that come here and they've done zero research and they just think, well, Spain won't have that particular product or service, and of course they do. It's not a third world country, so why wouldn't they?
Very funny, yeah? Very funny. You get to laugh, I imagine, a lot of requests and questions.
Yeah.
What is, apart from the event coming up on the 8th of March, that you can, I imagine, still get tickets for?
Yes,
Is there any
you can.
spaces?
Yeah, the tickets stop selling on the 3rd of March because obviously we're catering. So you can still get tickets, costawomen.com/conference-2023. And the night before we've got a networking event at Food Room
in Guadalmina.
Baja. Yeah, so we'll have that on as well. If you can't come to the conference, you can still come to the networking the night before and network and meet the speakers as well. So it'll be 2 good events.
And it's being held again at the Andalusia Lab?
It is, the fabulous Andalusia Lab, because their facilities are just outstanding. So yeah, we're back there again.
It's actually perfect for what you're doing, that having people there. But it's not only just listening, it's also very interactive, because there are breaks between the different speakers, and then again you have the lunch. So it's a very nice moment to actually get to meet a lot of people we know through Costa Women online, but haven't actually met in person.
Yeah. And I always forget when I haven't actually met somebody in real life, as it were, that, I've only ever met them online. So it's wonderful to meet them in real life.
When we started all using online more, you developed a lot of additional courses, which are still going. When I say to someone, oh, join Costa Women, it doesn't cost you anything, I don't think anyone can really appreciate how much comes with that. Can you give us a brief rundown of your website and the different categories that people can actually participate in?
Yeah, sure. So we have social and business, so we've got the 2 different sides to your life. Any of our events are free to join, and then you just pay for the food. So those are the presidential events, the events that you go along to. And then we do, once a month, we actually do a business networking event, which is free, with a women's networking community in America. We started it 4 years ago. When I met the president, she came over for a retreat, and we just happened to get on and decided we have the same heart for women in business. So we've been doing these events now for 4 years. And every month is a different topic. So that's one of the events. Then, of course, we've got lunches, we've got outings, all sorts of different things. If you've got a business, we do have a free space where you can promote your business. And then we've got a paid business community group as well, which has been going about 4 years now too. So there's lots of different things. There's book clubs, there's a paddle group that's meeting they're meeting a couple of times a week now in Estepona, so that's been going for a while. Just lots of different types of ways that we might want to spend our lives.
You must feel so proud.
I am proud, yeah. And to get feedback from women, how much it's changed their life is just... it's inspiring. And
you actually achieved the goal that was the objective in the beginning, which is making friends.
Absolutely. To be very selfish and make my own friends. Yeah.
Oh, you've done very well. You've got quite a few friends.
Quite a few friends now.
Yes, and there's so many friends. And I have to say, I've made some nice friends too through Costa Women, including yourself. It's lovely. I see you've got a couple of books on your lap. I imagine that you want to show them
just to say, not only have I got the annual planner, but I've created 2 books. One is a gratitude journal, and the other is a morning pages journal. And I created them because they are both things that I use. So I thought, why not create my own things? The gratitude journal has a page per day, and at the top of it is a quote, and then 3 things, you write down 3 things you're grateful for, what your daily wins are, and tomorrow, whatever you'll do. And then the journaling book has got a theme per day, and
such as
what part of the growth journey am I living, or how am I stopping new possibilities? So all sorts of different things in there. So I've got those available for sale as well. I'll have them at the conference if people are interested. I started journaling only in the summer, last summer just gone. after reading a book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and in there she says every day write 3 pages of whatever you want to write. Even if you get to the stage where you think, I don't know what to say, you just write down, I don't know what to say, until you do think of something to say. So I find that first thing in the morning with my cup of jasmine tea makes a big difference. That's the first thing I do before I do anything.
Setting an intention.
Absolutely, yeah, because then you've won the day already by sitting it with a positive note. So
Exactly. And I like also the fact of asking oneself questions.
yeah.
So you have to then find the answers, and often we don't, and then gives you at least the direction to start off
Yeah,
on.
and it gives you something to think about. Why is that important to me? Why does it matter? And then that might bring up all sorts of things. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, congratulations from me too. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Delighted to be at Costa Women, and it costs nothing to join. Great website, great community, great online and in-person get-togethers, everything to benefit. And of course, 8th of March at the Andalusia Lab. This year's Make It Happen, but by being yourself.
Yeah, by being you.
By being you. And you.
And you.
And you. Ali, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't go away. Back in a moment.
Hey, hey.
Hero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
We are
Hey, hey.
It's been quite a while since I've had my next guest on the programme. Her name is Kathy Carrasco, and she organises rentals and sales in one of the most emblematic buildings in Marbella, the Skull. My grandparents used to stay there, and it is undeniably the very centre of our city, of our tourism history, and it's just a pleasure to welcome you back to the programme, Kathy.
Thank you, Nicole, again to be here with you. Always a pleasure.
Well, it's amazing how time has gone by.
You said that, exactly.
When I walked past your offices the other day, it was like, wow, I haven't seen Kathy for ages. And it's nice to have a catch-up, because the area that you concentrate on, I know you run a lot of areas, but the area you concentrate on, you have such a privileged information to understand how the market's going, see how things are doing. So give us the lowdown.
I will let you know. I will let you know. Yes. Well, now in March is going to be 10 years that I started with Marbella School.
Congratulations.
So thank you very much. It's been tough. We started in the crisis and then everything. Now this year is going very, very good. It's been a change. We had different type of clients. More European than the British, as you know, it's been a little change for them. But the market is starting back as it was in 2019. But it's true that now more clients are looking for an apartment to stay, less hotel, to be more comfortable. But it's very important to know and to realize for the owners that they are thinking to rent their apartments, that there are a lot of them in Marbella, that the quality is very important, Nicole. As I always say, the quality is important. More now, people, they want to stay in apartments that they are nice, refurbished, with good quality and furniture, and kitchen to cook and so on. So it's important for them to know that, and also for them to know that they need to follow some laws and rule and declare the apartments, because then we can have problems.
It's very common that people come and rent without going through an agency and try and do things directly. And yet, unfortunately, I think our city knows all too well how many people can show up and they've double booked, or the apartment isn't there, or something goes wrong, and because it's not legally registered, you have no recourse.
That's it. I remember that when I started that type of situation, they were quite, you could have it quite, in a few situations you have that. Now it's less, but it's true that we need to be careful when we go into the website, into internet. When you go into the internet, I have a situation, one of my apartment, they took my pictures and somebody advert the apartment to rent for long term. So you know what I did? I passed through a client, because then when you go to the police, when you sue them, they cannot fight them because they are not living here. So when that happens, it's very important to just tell the police, but also tell them, look, I know that you are doing that.
How did you find out?
Because I went into the Facebook and I saw the
So you were just lucky. It was just by coincidence.
By coincidence. And I say, look at that. This is one of the apartment. And the lady was Portuguese. She was renting the apartment that I was running. And the apartment was under renovation. And she was saying that it was for long term, 600 euros per month with all inclusive first line beat.
This is your first red flag.
Exactly. It's impossible. In Marbella, you cannot have that. So if you clients, as a client and people that they want to visit Marbella, be careful with this type of tricky adverts, because they are not real.
Exactly. So if it's too good to be true, it sounds too good to be true, it's not true. You can't rent an apartment for 600. And also things like that, they can't meet you to show you the apartment, and you have to pay deposits up front without seeing it, pay months up front. People don't do that without seeing it if you're through a proper
Exactly.
agency.
This is that happens in a long term rental. In short term, it's true that when you are in the other country, you are looking into the website, but just research a little. Who is Marbella School, or who is this company, who is Kathy Carrasco, and you can see that she's, or Marbella School is in Airbnb, in Booking.com, also a website, and you have where to go. You have an email, an office. This is where you need to go and take the rental.
You also do sales, don't you?
We also do sales. Now we are just more focused in the center of Marbella, and it's going quite good. In the school, no sales at all, because the school is like...
But it is, it's such an emblem, the position.
Yeah.
The position, the amenities surrounding it. I mean, it's just ideal.
Completely ideal. And then the administrator always is just thinking to improve the building, and people, they are very happy. The gardens, the pools, and yes, they are the center that you can have. Because now Marbella, we have a lot of gastronomy, a lot of very nice restaurants, everything by foot, so you can go walking. And this is one of the advantages.
So you obviously are enjoying everything you're doing. Your company is flourishing. How are you going to celebrate your 10th anniversary?
I don't really have
Start
a clue.
thinking about it. It's coming up
It was
soon.
always working, and I said, well, what are we going to do for our 10th anniversary?
You must do something, because
It's working, very nice.
Bringing up a child.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of challenges. Your face, your elegance. I don't think anyone can imagine all the other things you have to do behind the scenes, which is very easy to look at someone with a successful business who looks lovely and think, oh, it's easy for them.
It wasn't.
But it certainly, I know, has not been easy.
You know it very, very.
It has not been easy,
exactly.
and I'm just so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so delighted you've come to chat with us for a few minutes.
For sure.
Anything else you would like to share with our viewers before we finish?
Well, for our clients and for people that they still don't know Marbella, Marbella is a very nice city where you can find everything. You can be on the beach eating sardines, and you can have a very nice car, or going to dance in a very nice place. In Marbella, you can find everything. Not always high, not with I'm trying to say not always spending a lot of money. So it's only to be happy. This is really what we are here in this life, to be happy.
I agree with you 100%. And if you live in the Skull or the area of the Skull in Centre Marbella, it's a nice life because you get that nice mix of the Spanish, the international.
Yeah.
It's a nice mix.
And all in the area, you can eat Mexican, you can eat sushi, Mediterranean. It's been very gastronomic, so that is important. And everything, every single thing that they will need, we can solve it and try to make them happy. This is why Marbella is so nice to receive clients and tourists with us.
And it's lovely to contact a company such as Marbella Skull.
Marbella Skull.
Because you get all that experience, know-how, as well as everything else. Kathy, muchísimas gracias, thank you.
A ti siempre, Nicole.
Hasta la próxima, don't go away, back in a moment.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
CIT Marbella is a business networking association, and I'm delighted that for a decade now, first on iTalk Radio and now on my TV programme, that we get to welcome one of the members every week, so we get to know more about what's going on, not just in the business world, but also frequently in the Spanish world. And I think we miss a lot when we don't know the companies that are out there that could actually resolve a lot of issues. We tend to go to our own nationalities, and yet they don't always know the best. So it's really nice to welcome José Luis Hortels.
Thank you.
Hortels, where's that name from?
Hortels.
Hortels.
It's from the north of Spain.
I was going to say, that sounds like you're from the north. Which part?
It's from Castellón. It's a small village in Castellón.
Very nice.
But I'm from Madrid, so...
Okay, so nice mix. So your family was originally from Castellón?
Well, it's my all family. So my mom family is from Marbella.
So my children were born in Madrid, and I always say they're my chulo madrileños. Because it's a different breed, the madrileño. How long have you been on the coast?
I came here around 2018 because, well, my family is from here, so I've been here all my life, but just in summer, Christmas, Easter. So I used to live in Madrid almost all the time. But I've been living abroad too. I've been living in Amsterdam, Bali, Punta Cana, Mexico.
And was this just you traveling to get life experience or working as you went? Or?
Well, we are a kind of digital nomads, so we love this digital nomad lifestyle.
Which is true. You are a digital marketing specialist. The company is Linketer. Linketer. And so one does say that if you work online, you can basically work from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And you're taking full advantage of that.
I love it.
So like a lot of people would like to know how you set this up, José Luis. Sounds like a lot of fun.
All our work is remotely, so we can be wherever we want.
So when you travel, do you get new clients in the local areas, and then when you go to another country, you just keep adding different countries into the group? Very clever. Yeah. And you get to have some wonderful holidays.
Yeah, it's a mix of... It's not holiday because normally if I go to another country, the first thing I do is to try to find a co-working where I can work. And then, but for example, the weekends, I can go for just kind of holiday and travel around. And
The co-workings have really come up because of people like you, because of those working nomads who now can go different areas. Because a few years ago it was so new, this concept of going to a co-working space. But now it's ideal for what you do. So give us a little bit of idea. I've looked at your website. It's very impressive. You cover everything. And it's like, oh, how can you cover everything? Give us a little bit of a rundown of your team, what you do, and how you do it.
well, we are a team. We have a team of people. My partner and I, we know more or less all about the digital marketing, but our team is a specialist in one area. So, yeah.
Because you cover, the webs, content, branding, design. It's like the social media.
Yeah, it's web design, e-commerce, SEO, SEM, it's organic traffic in Google or paid traffic in Google, social media ads, social media management. So the digital marketing have very different areas. We try to cover all of them just to have a global strategy for our clients.
Who's your target market?
Whatever.
Because it looks like you appeal to very big companies, but
we love the big companies.
But are you also suitable? Because when you see a very comprehensive company, I think a smaller company might, then maybe that's too expensive for me. Do you tailor your offers to the little person as well as the big companies?
Yes. So we can adjust
Yes.
or budget to different clients. So a small one, we know that they cannot spend too much money in ads, for example. So we try to focus in each client. So it's not the same like a big company that can spend 3,000 or 6,000 euros per month in ads. A small one that can invest maybe 150, 300 euros. So
You have to be clever. You have to get very creative.
yeah, our goal is to try to get leads or clients, or depending on the client, depending on the customer, to that people, so that they are happy with us, working with us.
What is the biggest mistake you think that companies make? For me personally, it's when not advertising, not letting people know they exist. What do you see that the most common mistakes we make?
Well, there are many of them. One for example, is they want the best website of the world, but nobody knows the website exists. So it's very important that you have a website, but it's very important that people know that the website exists. So it's very important, the SEO, for example, that if you go to Google, they can find you. Because if you have the best website, but nobody knows.
So SEO would be relative basically to placing the website where it's findable. Because we use a lot of initials nowadays, like in Spanish, the double R, double S for redes sociales. And there's so many abbreviations, if you're not familiar with the territory, even what the service is being offered are confusing, because you don't really know what they do.
Yeah, it depends on the client, because not all the clients are prepared for social media, for example. Social media, you need to invest a lot of money and a lot of time. It depends on your product or your service. It's not the same like you are selling, if you are in the fashion area, or if you are selling like, I don't know the word in English, tornillos or...
Yeah, screws or hammers or something like that.
Yeah, something like this. So it's two different things. So maybe you don't need social media. Or maybe it's a physical shop, for example, SEO is more focused in the local area. It depends on each client. We try to tell them which is the best thing for them.
Well, that's very important. In fact, I've spoken to many companies that do not the same but similar types of things, and this is the first time that I've heard this conversation. So I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. I got far more knowledge than I did up until now, which is, I think, reassuring. A lot of people, I think I'm a good example of the ignorance of the new world. And yet I'm a business person and I work with a lot of business people. And so it's nice to be updated. Having someone guide you, I think, makes a big difference. Do you specialize in any particular areas like real estate or health, or do you cover everything and do the research necessary?
We cover all kind of companies, because at the end our work doesn't matter if it's a small one or a big one. The work is the same. So, and now we are focusing, because there is a grant from the European Union for all Spanish companies. Doesn't matter if the company is from Spanish people or...
As long as it's a Spanish company.
Yeah, as long as it's a Spanish company. And depending on the employees, there's a grant from 2,000 until 12,000 euros. It's not in money, it's just in services from professional like me.
So if you have a small company, then it'd be worth contacting you, because I suppose you would help, obviously, do all the paperwork and everything necessary,
of course,
to get that grant.
We'll be there to help them.
Well, that sounds like it. That's really nice to know. So obviously the country is very keen to get people updated on all this technological innovation so they can control us better. But at the same time, at least we can get our messages out. Anything else you would like to share with our viewers before we finish? I mean, do you have a physical office in Marbella?
No, I work at home or in a co-working, because, as I told you before, we are kind of digital nomads, so we haven't got a real office. So all employees are around the world. So
how fabulous!
They are traveling to.
So you get the best of the best, really. You're always updated, different points of view, different input.
At the end, it's good, because part of our work is about the creativity. And when you are traveling and you are seeing other things, the creativity comes to you. So it's better for us to be like this.
Well, congratulations. Lovely to meet you, Jose Luis. And well done with everything that you're achieving. Digital nomads. Linkater, courtesy of our CIT Marbella partners, who bring us these, as I say, really interesting people to help us out in our day-to-day. Muchas gracias.
Thank you for your time.
And don't go away, because I'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, hey.
Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hiya, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
I'm always saying that you never know who you may be sitting next to in Marbella. And this is very much the case when we have our Spanish celebrities in our midst and we don't know who they are. Last week I was with Concha Montes, who is a very, very well-known radio personality here in Marbella. She has a program with Onda Cero, and I thought it would be nice to chat with her and do a little Spanglish interview so that you too could get to know a little bit more about those celebrities that make up our local city. Concha, it is such an honor for me to steal a few minutes of your time.
You are so kind with me, Nicole. You are so kind with me.
Where are you from, Concha?
Voy a responderte en español porque a veces me siento insegura cuando hablo inglés. Yo nací en Jaén, pero llevo viviendo en Marbella desde el año 1989.
So, Concha is from Jaén, but she's been living in Marbella since 1989.
Yes.
¿Estabas ya relacionada con el mundo de la radio y periodismo antes?
Yes. I study for journalism, and one day a friend of mine called me by phone, and he told me, Concha, somebody else very important in Marbella, a very important journalist, Pepe Navajas, se need a woman voice for a broadcasting station in Marbella. Can you go and try? And I was younger, only I think 23 or 24 years old, and I like Marbella, and Pepe's give me an opportunity, and until today.
Wow, and has that been with Onda Cero?
Sí.
Wow.
Bueno, no, antes se llamaba Rueda Rato, Radio Mar.
So Onda Cero used to be Radio Mar,
Sí.
and then but Onda Cero has been going since 1990, or like a long time.
Sí, Onda Cero started at 1993, before Radio Mar with only music and news. Then Onda Cero, a lot of information, magazine, another way. Do you remember Onda Cero International?
I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do, and it's wonderful actually to see how the company has blossomed. You're now part of a really big group,
Yes.
the A3 Media. So
Sí.
like,
Sí.
I used to live in Madrid, so I kind of know Spanish things from there, and that's actually something I miss in Marbella. With my international program, I actually miss speaking Spanish, being in places like La Polaca, with normal café con leche and the tapas and the buena onda and the good, relaxed atmosphere.
I like your English, but I like very much of Spanish. It's so good, Nicole. You're fantastic.
Well, I've lived here a long time, and before people spoke English, so I had to speak Spanish. Back in the 80s, if you didn't speak Spanish, you couldn't do anything.
Sí, but your Spanish is fantastic, and it's funny. With your accent, it is very funny. Andalusian accent.
I feel Andaluza by osmosis. It's but Andalusia is that, isn't it? It's Andalusia is passion. People from Andalusia are passionate. They're authentic, very passionate people.
Sí, and natural. You know, so expensive and not expensive.
Expressive.
Expressive. Sorry, not expensive. Expressive. Yes, like you, Nicole.
Yes, I feel very at home here. I'm too expressive, perhaps, for England. Concha, working with the radio, it's very difficult to be natural as you are, and warm to get that across. What do you think are the main attributes that a radio presenter needs to have a successful career such as yours?
Yo creo que para ser natural y comunicar, llegar al oyente, tienes que ser tú mismo. Es algo importante que tú comuniques siendo tú misma. Nada falso, nada impostado, comportarte como tú eres, pero con un punto de teatralidad, porque la radio sobre todo es expresión, tú lo has dicho. Sometimes very often, not sometimes, I think about this when somebody else asks me, what do you think about the radio? For me, when I speak with my microphone to the people, I think it's like a theater. Soy yo, pero yo tengo que vender una idea, ¿no? Y tiene un punto teatral, pero hay que ser muy natural.
Well, that is absolutely beautifully way of explaining it. You have to be yourself to be successful on radio,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there is that touch of theatre. You need to present, engage the public.
Exactamente. Yo soy yo. Yo hablo, I talk, I communicate. But yo me hago la idea de que estoy transmitiendo un mensaje y eso lleva un punto teatral, like an actress, like an actor. Yeah.
I feel exactly the same way. It's amazing that you said that, but people say, because I'm pretty shy off air, I'm quiet.
Yes, when you do it television,
But when I'm on television, I'm presenting someone else. It's important that I make them shine.
Claro.
And so it's different.
Claro. You understand me perfectly what I mean.
When we met at El Lago and that wonderful tasting in the Michelin star restaurant,
yes, a few days ago, yeah.
You asked me, what do I do weekends? And I said to you, nothing. And you said to me, is that starting from Friday?
Yeah.
And I said, yes.
Yeah,
Are you the same? Is it tiring when you get home? It's like, enough?
Today is Friday. And when I finish with you, I'm going to my house and I do anything. Dolce far niente, said Italian people. Hacer absolutamente nada. Sweet nothing, in English, sweet nothing. Dolce far niente, no hacer nada. Perrear, vaguear in Spanish.
Just relax. But it is, when you talk to many people, you need to break.
Yes, I like this way. I like silence. When I talk this, when I said this, la gente no entiende. Tú estás talking every time, every day, every hour, but I need silence, and I like silence. For me, the best playing in my life is go to the countryside, and just hearing birds, just walking, hiking, ¿sí? Escuchar la naturaleza, ver un río, es para mí el mejor plan, the best playing in the world. Silence and nature. Yeah.
People must be surprised at how quiet you are when you're at home. You're very eloquent. You like words. When I listen to your program, you choose your words carefully. I see that you like words. Are you into poetry and do you like reading?
Yes, Nicole, I like very much that you tell me that, because it's true. I like language. I like to talk. I like to hear, but I like words. I like read too much, and I like think. When I hear a new word, I take this word for me, I think about it, I like very much. Yes, you are a good listener.
I do. I like words, so I notice it because I like words. And so when I hear you choose your words carefully, yes, I appreciate that. Based on that, do you have a favorite phrase, saying, expression that is like your mantra? There's certain phrases or quotes that you particularly appreciate?
Si te refieres a si tengo algún mantra o si tengo...
Hay una frase, hay una cosa que como te guía.
Sí, tú escuchas, you listen to my program. Every day, desde siempre, when I start my program, every day I finish my first locution with this ¿cómo se dice frase? Phrase. Another, well, in English, because it's a phrase from Happy Days, from Samuel Beckett's book. En español es Días Felices, Happy Days.
Happy Days.
From Samuel Beckett. La protagonista siempre decía, mañana será otro día, hoy es otro día feliz. No, hoy promete ser otro día feliz. Tell in English.
Today promises to be another happy day.
Sí, hoy promete ser otro día feliz. Y en ese libro, en this book, la protagonista very often said this phrase, hoy promete ser otro día feliz. Y yo la cogí, I take this phrase from myself. Hoy promete ser otro día feliz de radio.
So you actually decide that each day you're going to have a good day.
Todo va a salir bien. Todo va a salir bien. Estoy aquí, ahora, no sé qué va a pasar mañana, no sé qué va a pasar pasado mañana. Todo pasa.
That's a fabulous. I hope I can translate this.
Sí.
The
Todo
words
pasa.
of wisdom are, it's all going to be okay.
Yes.
Everything will just be okay. Everything
Yes.
happens and then it's
Everything
over.
happens. This is the phrase. Everything
Happens.
Yes.
Live for the now. Enjoy the now. Be as nice as we can to each other.
Thank you.
And Concha, I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better. And
Thank
I
you.
hope our viewers
Thank you.
appreciate
Yes.
how cool our city is, what they're missing.
See you.
This is Miss Ro, a new partner of Zero Hero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand
It is a pleasure to welcome back to the programme psychologist and sexologist Isabella Magdala. Hello, sweetheart, how are you?
Fine, always fine here with you and with all the people, kind people.
I'm really delighted to have you back on the programme, and I know that we were going to talk about sexologist-related subjects for this week, but in view of the advances we're making with the Suicide Prevention Helpline, the International Youth Centre, collaborations with the Red Cross, the schools, local schools really getting on board, Isabella is actually heading up also the committee of our team of psychologists to be able to collaborate with this project. So it's really nice to see you again on that respect, and we're going to talk about one of the things that actually is most prevalent for youth depression, potential suicide, and also, as I know very well, with older people, which is loneliness. Maybe it's to do with the social media with the kids, because that was a surprise to me, that solitude, isolation, feeling lonely was so high on the list.
Yes, because now in this society that always we are running, but sometimes needs their own space to be with themselves, but not in a healthy way. Then it is like a mask for don't face the shame or guilt or trauma or so many things. No? And also now in the school is a very risk when the teacher practice this of the isolate the children, because sometimes it is not a good resource for them, because they learn how maybe they are guilt for something and they are being punished, and after when they are an adult they bring a lot of trauma from that time of their life.
Another thing that has been quite prevalent is that when you see a child or someone who's very, very happy, they're frequently the people who are actually suffering from depression. I know from personal experience with friends, you see on internet, on different TikToks, people have made these really joyous videos, and 2 days later, they've taken their own life. How can one begin to spot the signs of depression?
The beginning, it starts inside of the person. And there, another kind of depression is exogenous, and the beginning is from outside. Then, sometimes bring in their soul, in their life, so many things that it starts slow, and after, for something in their life or some accident, something, it can be like, wow. And looks like the beginning was in the wow, but not, it was before. It's like something in silence. In the other hand, when maybe it's a happy person and with a good life, but for something, maybe like a crash, something like that, that person start living with depression. This is very, very different, and it's not easy how to focus the treatment. It's for this that it's very important go to a psychologist, because normally people think, oh, it is one day, I am a little shy, it is one day. No, but maybe it is a depression that if you look it in the beginning, maybe it is very, very easy. If not, it's like a way of living, and it's very different.
In the United States, for many, many years, it's normal practice to go to see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and talk. Talking, as you say, can bring out traumas we didn't even know we had. So to go and see a psychiatrist or a psychologist such as yourself, how does one decide? I mean, I would think just if you need to speak to someone and you don't know who to talk to, because you can have family, but you don't necessarily want to burden them, and you need someone that's not part of the family.
Yes, and it's normal to go to a psychologist and speak, talk, and share, because all of us, we have questions, and sometimes we think that it's normal, or maybe we have a problem after when you talk, it's not a problem. Then when someone feels is isolated for something, or feel too much loneliness, and feel that maybe their life is not very with quality, is a good time to go to a psychologist or something qualified, because if not, the life looks like less happy, and we are in life to be happy, but at the same time also we are in life to face when we are not happy, and go with this in a natural way. Because it's not like in TikTok or Instagram, everything is happy, but it's good also to share the vulnerability or how we feel in the same day, because sometimes we feel we are more alive. Instead, on other moment, we need to go to very slow, and it's very important to have very consciousness about the moment, to go with this and make something with this, not always for us, also for people around us.
What would you suggest for people who are sitting at home and at the moment they're not thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to go see a psychologist? Or perhaps they don't even realise, because also as a sexologist, I imagine for people to realise they need help or that they can ask someone for help is a process. What would you recommend as first steps to just get on the way of self-help, at least recognition of what's going on?
Yes, I recommend to take a minute and to feel and to ask inside, very deep. I am in a good point in my life, in which kind of point I am. I'm living the life that I really want. I thought it before, what I did with my life. This is important, because we are here to live the life that we want and we would like. Sometimes we have not the resource, then it's a good time to ask, okay, I need maybe a little of skill or something. okay, maybe now is not the moment, but it's good to face this reality and to say, okay, I am not in the point that I would like to. Or maybe, yes, I am. But something maybe can make a big difference when you share with another people, because sometimes we talk something that it was like there, so...
It's very difficult for oneself to see. They
Yeah.
say a problem shared is a problem halved.
Yeah.
Even hearing yourself speak out loud.
Yeah, because sometimes when we talk, we also listen ourselves, oh, maybe, and can bring an insight, and that insight can make a very, very big difference in the life.
So to really, very important communication. If you can't speak to someone at home or your family or your friends, there are groups like with Ali Mihan at the beginning, with Costa Women, which are also lovely for making friends and meeting people, or professionals such as Isabella Magdala, who takes... I love the interest you take in your profession. You can tell that it comes from the heart, that you really want to help people to live full sexual lives with their partners, or to discuss issues that you might find delicate with someone else. You've got this lovely young lady to chat to, but also for psychological purposes. And I'm really glad that you're, with those both specialities, being part of the committee for the United Nationalities with this suicide prevention helpline and the youth centre, I think is fundamental, because we have so much to understand. The kids are in a different place to us.
Yes.
Their world's very different to ours.
Yeah.
How do you get on with the new IT and technology?
Sorry?
¿Tú cómo vas con la tecnología y todas esas novedades?
For me, it's okay, yes. I like that.
See, she's still young.
Yeah, I really like, yeah. Because also it's a good way to interaction with people. Because if you bring the heart, you can feel also, even if they are in UK, or there is the connection. We, like human, we need connection, and it's very different when social media is like superficial. Okay, only good life. But when you share, people also have resonance and feel, okay, I want to share. It's a good way also to get low the loneliness, but with reality, not with superficiality.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yes,
be
always.
yourself, embrace it, grab it, shine your brightest light. Y rápidamente en castellano, hablando de eso, el evento de Foro ACCE de Destino para el futuro inmediato de la humanidad, un tema importante y muy on point.
Sí.
Tú formas parte de este evento.
Sí.
Cuéntanos rápidamente, 11 y 12 de marzo.
Sábado 11 y 12 o 12 y 13 de marzo, sí. En
Por ahí va la cosa.
Por ahí va. Hay ya 850 entradas vendidas. Los patrocinadores que quieran formar parte, que nos digan. Y pueden también estar allí representando sus empresas, y en streaming también se pueden comunicar, que hay entradas, ya vamos como por 1000.
Así que si no puedes conseguir entrada, lo puedes ver en streaming y lo recomiendo altamente. Yo me he apuntado, ¿ya?
Sí, yo también.
No puedo esperar. Okay, well, that was it. Just quickly, a quick Spanish reminder about the Foro ACCE event that's coming up in March, which is called Destiny, the immediate future of humanity, a very big subject. I will be going, but for now, for this week, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining us. Excuse my coughing, it's that time of year, I think. Thank you very much for joining us. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website, or their YouTube channel, or my YouTube channel, or my website nicoleking.es, with links to my column Marbella Moments in the Euroweekly News, and also to the programme and the Zero Hero website, with the restaurants, bars and hotels that offer free soft drinks to the designated drivers, keeping our streets safer and rewarding you. If you are driving those drunkards around, why not get a reward? Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella Now. Bye for now.
You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna